She knew. Remember that face, because everything you're about to see, she already knew. One tiny drop changes everything. A federal judge wrote that about her. This woman convinced the smartest money in America that a single drop of blood could tell you everything. It couldn't. The lie was worth $4 billion. The bill, 11 years and 3 months. So here's the only question that matters. How does a machine that never worked raise hundreds of millions of dollars? Here's the part nobody tells you. The proof was never hidden. It's sitting in public court records. By the end of this video, you'll see the trick she pulled on billionaires, in the very room she pulled it, and the one thing that finally brought it all down. But first, understand the weapon. It wasn't the machine. Nobody checked. Everybody trusted. Remember that line. Page by page. Here's what trust bought. 2003. A Stanford dropout with an idea her professors called impossible. Elizabeth Holmes founds Theranos. And before this story goes anywhere, know the one thing the court settled forever. The machine didn't work. It could run a few basic tests, slower than machines that already existed. She knew. Now you know. Nobody else in this story does. Watch what that's worth. The pitch was beautiful. One finger stick. A full range of clinical tests. No needles, no lab lines, no waiting rooms. The court's word for how investors and doctors reacted. Captivated. Be honest. Knowing what you know. Would you have stood up in that room and said it out loud? Nobody did. Therefore the empire grows, on top of a machine you know is empty. 2010. Walgreens. Not a hedge fund. The pharmacy counter your family uses. Fall of 2013. Real tests on real customers go live. She's photographed beside defense officials. The White House names her a presidential ambassador. By the end of 2014, her stock is worth more than $4 billion. On paper. Built on a few basic tests. Slower. And now you're ready for the first number the jury heard. 300 tests. Promised on paper. The number that ever ran on her own machine. 12. 1 in 25. And that's still not the bad part. So, how do you test real patients with a machine that can't? Simple. You don't. Trial evidence showed Theranos quietly bought conventional analyzers, other companies' machines, and ran much of its testing there. Investors believed her device was doing the work. They said so under oath. 6 of them are named in the indictment, count by count. Which brings us to the room. The trick you were promised. When VIP investors visited, Theranos staged a demonstration. Blood drawn, machine humming, results delivered. Except the machine was running what engineers called a null protocol, a do-nothing loop. Lights blinking. Testing nothing. The real samples were smuggled out and run on commercial machines in another room. Billionaires watched a magic show and wired millions. Nobody checked. Everybody trusted. But faking a demo wasn't enough. Investors wanted validation from Big Pharma. So she manufactured it. She personally placed the logos of Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline, and Schering-Plough onto reports Theranos wrote about itself. The companies never approved it, never saw it. Investors testified those logos helped seal their decisions. It gets darker. Investors were led to believe her device was on military helicopters, saving soldiers in the field. The witness who ended that story, General James Mattis, under oath, never fielded by the military, never installed on a medevac, never used on a battlefield. There was a recording, December 2013. Her own voice, selling the story. Therefore, the money math had to lie too. Her own corporate controller testified the partnerships weren't producing revenue. Yet investors were handed projections of $100 million for 2014 and $1 billion for 2015. The court found she expected only modest revenue. Inside the lab, people knew. 2 laboratory directors, doctors, testified about systemic inaccuracy, quality controls failing at rates they had never seen anywhere else, required proficiency testing, dodged. When they pushed back, pressure, explained the bad results away. Both would end up in a witness box. The machine kept mailing answers to strangers. Strangers like the patients in the sentencing record, cancer screenings, pregnancy monitoring, inaccurate results mailed to real kitchens. Don't picture your own hands opening that envelope. Picture hers. What she felt when she read it. What she cancelled. What she decided next. Because of a machine running a do-nothing loop. The jury heard those stories. The record keeps them. Every con has a clock. Late 2015. News reporting cracks the walls. The court's own word for the vision, a mirage. Federal inspectors walk into the lab unannounced. Their finding in writing, immediate jeopardy to patient health. And here's the beat that should scare you. It almost held. Investors testified she downplayed the inspection, kept them in the dark, and the money stayed. For a moment, the lie was winning again. Therefore, on January 3rd, 2022, after a 4-month federal trial, the jury returned. Guilty, conspiracy, plus 3 counts of wire fraud, wires worth more than $140 million. Acquitted on the patient counts. The money fraud stuck. The harm stayed in the record. 135 months. 11 years, 3 months. On appeal, the Ninth Circuit changed. Nothing. And the bill came due in full. $452 million in restitution. 12 victims named. Even Walgreens and Safeway lined up to be paid back. But hold on to the other people in this record. 2 laboratory directors who told the truth under oath, knowing what it would cost them. 12 jurors who gave 4 months of their lives to sort every wire from every lie. The record exists because ordinary people kept writing it down, while everybody else trusted. 1 drop of blood. 300 promised, 12 delivered. A stage prop machine, borrowed logos, a phantom battlefield. $4 billion on paper, $452 million owed when it burned. Nobody checked. Everybody trusted. That's the whole con. And it's already running somewhere else. The next case file is open.